Hello and welcome. The Witching Hour and the Fall Festival have arrived. This will be running all the way through November 3rd. There are some free gifts for everyone, and there are some gifts for members. So we'll take a look at those. Then we'll do a quick run through of all of the events that you can do quest-wise. So we've got the Spooky Bites are back to make purchases from the vendor. We'll take a look at those in a few minutes, but we'll start by looking at the grants here. Okay, so we've got some trick-or-treat items. This is, I think, different for different characters that log in. Inevitably, you'll get these Tickle buckets, and you just have to fill them up with other event items, and then you can open them and claim all the items inside. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Then we also have a cape. We have a material. And we also have a CR skip again. So we're going to hang on to this, but I just wanted to show you by claiming this other one here that you'll get these items and they're account bound. So you can throw them in your shared bank if you want and use them on other characters. I'm not sure if you start filling these buckets up. I'm going to test it, but if you start filling these buckets up, if you can then continue to trade them between your characters, it might make it faster to fill them up. But you can see here that once you do fill it up, you can then open it and you'll receive, it says a special treat, including one of the following items. So I don't know if that's you'll get 2 things or if you'll get a few things or whatever, but it seems like you have a chance to get either one of the Witching Hour pets, one of the styles, a base item. You have a chance for these auras, the head and hands of Nimbus, Smoke, Vapor, Plasmic, or Basic, some more Spooky Bites, some source marks. So we've got 3 of those here, and again, they're account bound. So I think, you can trade them around. You, of course, can buy more for more Spooky Bites, but you do have to fill them up. So it says you have to fill it up with candy from the Trick or Treat event. You can also earn candy when you knock out enemies. So you basically just go into the Fortify menu here. You right-click one of these buckets, and then you can fill it with anything from your inventory that you have. So you have to fill it up and then you can open it for your chance at those items. Then we've also got this vampire cloak style here. This is also account bound, and I believe the material is also account bound, but you only get one of them. So you basically can claim it anywhere, throw it in your shared bank, and then claim it on whichever character you'd like the appearance or the material on. Those are those items. Of course, there are tons of collections. If you don't have ones from the previous years, you can get those. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can collect some of these. Some of these I might have already done, but some of them I haven't. And so I've been just questing on other characters or have people sending them to me if I don't have them already. So I'm just going to use what I can and then pay it forward and send these to somebody else who might need them. And that's just kind of what we do around here. If we get to the end of all the people on our list that are trying to finish out their collections and nobody needs them, then, we'll put them up on the broker. But for now, we got tons of stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and collect all these real quick, and then we'll jump forward to anything that we might actually be able to use. Okay, so we learned a few things there. I'm going to go ahead and send this on to somebody else, and then we'll get to the quests. Okay, so if you come into the first room in the House of Legends here, it's the very first one you started out in. You'll see that there's little questing areas set up here on the left and right. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is make sure I'm in my movement mode. If you're not in it, you'll see it just looks like you jump, and then when you are in it, you'll float. Okay, and then I just pop in and out of the speed boost. Anytime you kind of are in control, you can pop into it, and then anytime you need to make a hard turn, I usually just pop out. So you will notice there's plenty of things to get stuck on here. I mean, even things like touching the ground stops you. So it's a little bit weird. But anyways, shouldn't be too hard. Then I'm not going to grab the whole collection here, but there are a couple of easy ones that you can grab. I think there's one there on that tower for villains, but I'm not sure. I feel like maybe it could be down somewhere else. But anyhow, we can come back and do those anytime. Okay, so once I've got those done, then I head back across this bridge here to the top part of Gotham, and then there's a bunch of easy spots that you can usually knock out this daily quest. So there's usually a couple of spots there. There's one here. All right, so we got that one done. Then we can head back to the House of Legends. And then from here, we can queue up for the 2 seasonal events here. So we'll do the vault real quick. Okay, so we got some nth metal there, got a flawless, compound omega. It's a lot of random stuff. There's some nice stuff. There's some appearances and stuff in there, but of course it's all just random. Okay, and then we can queue up for Midnight Masquerade. Now this one is really easy. We had to 2-man it earlier because people just bailed and we didn't even bother to reopen the instance. We just did it. But you do have to do the mechanics of it. It just, you can't complete it without that. Okay, so you'll get a couple rounds of these, the crystals, and essentially you have to pick them up, and then when you pick them up, one of these little pedestals will mark as where you need to deliver it to. And then once you've done those 2, okay, so we got the second round of these. You'll see we got the drop-off pedestal here. And then we'll get into the last phase here, which is these masked apparitions. And you basically have to pick up this. And if you just go near the apparitions, it'll get rid of them. You see they just explode. So you can basically just, one person picks it up and gets rid of all the apparitions while everybody else burns the boss down. And then you might get one more round of these. And then once he's down, you just do the handcuffs and you're done. So that's it. It's all scaled down to like the 30s or whatever. So of course, if you're doing, the gems or doing the mask apparitions or whatever, then you're not really going to be attacking the boss, but that's fine. That's it. So you can see everything else is now locked. We'll wait for those to reset, but you'll see once we complete the race and get platinum, we'll get 3 different trinkets. And so they are all the same. They're all 0 stats. Can't be used in PvP, but they are account bound, so you technically only need them once, but you do want the feat on all your characters, so you can essentially just do that, but we'll take a look at it. Alright, so if you equip it and then use it, you turn it into a bat. Now the bat is based off of 1 or 2 of your colors in your color palette, so that is kind of fun. You can change the colors of it or whatever. We forgot to do our boss loot here. Okay, so we got a special reward here. We got the spooky Trinket Box, and this has either Vampire Bat uplink device or Henchman uplink device. Creepy critters. So you can choose which one of those you'd like. You got the bat here. You can do this little swooping move, and then you can exit out. So it's just a fun little transform device. It doesn't really do anything. But anyways, I hope that helps you to get through this. Get it done on as many characters as you can daily. That will help you to get the most of the spooky bites. And, you know, once you save those up, then you can come over to the vendor here. So you can see essentially you've got all of the items that are available here from all the previous witching hours, 2020. And this goes all the way back to 2011. So there's literally hundreds of items to get here. This would take forever to go through. So log in, take a look at it for yourself. You know, you can see there are some auras here, there's some hairstyles here, and these are cheap. I mean, you know, you do a couple of characters or just do this for a couple of days and you can get these. But there are tons and tons and tons of styles. Pet things, consumables. Obviously, some of these items are going to take a lot of dailies to get these, but they are super cool. So again, I hope that helps you to get through the event here, and I hope you are able to get lots of the new items, appearances, chromas, whatever you're looking for. As always, thank you for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.